Look at that, I made it without tripping.
It's on the other side. The other side of the laptop.
Girl, you tripping. No more swears, right?
No more swears. Look, I almost tripped that time, though. I was very close. I almost did.
Yeah.
I felt it.
Did you? Did you feel it?
Right here.
Did you feel it almost happen?
Yeah. I was like, oh.
How embarrassing. But typical. All right. Well, let me see. We're pulling it up here.
Are we live?
Did you guys get a notification?
I don't. Probably.
I don't pay attention.
Yeah, I got it. We're live.
Yep, we are. I'm pulling it up right now. Because I know that... So I wanted to make sure... Wait, let me zoom all the way out. Shoot. I think... So you can see it a little bit. I wanted to make sure and get some of the lights in. The can light, at least a little bit in for Rosalie, because she watches the show and complains every week when I have the can lights in the shot. So I want to make sure that they were up there a little bit anyway.
You should still go see Hosu.
That's for her.
It's no excuse. It's not even a midnight show. It's a 10 p.m. show.
All right, we ready?
Yeah, right.
On this episode of the Culturesmash Cast,
Avengers Thanos snapped AMC servers.
Mark Hamill's doing some more voice acting.
And man, it seems like we got a whopper of a good story for you.
Wow, that all just went way too well.
What was
I don't know. That was him.
Ringtone at the end.
Typical.
Note to self.
He had to blow it in some way.
You know,
Yeah.
I was like,
I mean, it was really well timed.
I'll
Yep.
tell you what, you can blame Warner Brothers Pictures for sending out their email.
I mean, I blame them for a lot of things. So.
It's the Culturesmash Cast, episode 490 for April the 3rd, 2019. I'm Stephen Lackey, editor at Culturesmash.tv.
Nicholas Qualls, contributor to Culturesmash.tv.
Zach Martin, a tired child, but a contributor to Culturesmash.tv.
Child, for sure.
And Tina Heimbach, contributor to Culturesmash.tv.
So how was everybody's weekend?
Good.
You were here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were here. We saw The Evil Dead 2013.
Man.
Which I had not seen before.
Was it as...
Oh,
like,
it was beautiful.
I mean, did you expect it to be as intense as it was?
Honestly, I'll be honest. That portion of my life caused me to forget that it was actually a movie that existed until you guys were like, "Hey, let's watch it." And I was like, "Oh yeah, that thing happened." So.
Mm-hmm.
It was very intense, very visceral. Like the gore in it was on point.
Beautiful.
I kind of didn't expect it to still maintain as much of the campy feeling as it does, but there was definitely a lot of that in there as well. But it doesn't really undercut.
Yeah, I think you only feel it if you know the original.
Yeah.
If you know the original, and when they do those hard cuts between flashlight and chainsaw and stuff like that, you're like, oh, okay, there's the original, kind of popping its head in there once in a while.
And you also get the yelling at the screen because, like, this guy's doing all this stupid stuff, and this person's doing all this stupid stuff. So you have that classic trope, but it's still also very thrilling.
Yeah. Well, and they did replicate one particular shot that I love, which is where the camera blasts through the door and the wind is in like the ghoul's face, and she's just like screaming the second the door opens. I love that shot, and they did a good job about bringing that one back.
Yeah, they did a lot of good jobs. They did a lot of good shots that just made you go, ew!
Practical effects and practical gore.
Yep.
You will always feel it more.
Yeah.
So next day, I actually sat down in here and watched all the bonus features. There's actually good stuff on that disc, like about the practical stuff. And my favorite part, though, is and no one does this anymore, really, on Blu-rays. But the lead actress, and I forget her name right now.
I just know her as the chick from Suburgatory.
Right. Well, she did a video diary of like a day in the life on the set.
Oh, no.
And she just let the video record when she had like a meltdown at one point because she'd been covered in makeup. And they go into the scene where it's raining blood. And that scene is amazing because they have
That must have been nice.
They have a giant hose system that shot the blood into the air so that it would come down in front of the camera all over her. And they're like holding for a take, and they're waiting for the director or somebody to call action. And it's just getting all on her face, and she's spitting it everywhere. And yeah, she loses it. It's great.
Well, I mean, that finale is the bloodiest scene I think I can think
of an American movie.
I mean,
name
another film that's as bloody.
Dead Alive?
Dead Alive is bloody, but it's
Dead Alive is always the go-to.
Amount of blood. I mean, this scene's 8 minutes.
I know.
I know the lawnmower scene is incredible, but is it as bloody as I'm talking volume.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to watch again.
I mean, it is literally raining blood.
It's we even had something, and on top of the gore, it's just so intense. It's like all these years later, that movie is just intense. Mm-hmm. I've seen it, I don't know, 3 or 4 times, and I was still sitting on the edge of my seat toward the end of it. It
was a good one.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Machetes slicing across the knees is.
I forgot that.
Oh man,
I forgot that.
Slowly slicing across.
There are so many cringeworthy injuries.
Yeah.
For me, it was
Delicious.
the forearm slice.
Oh yeah, that hurts.
Like that was.
For me, it was the stab in the face with the needle.
Yeah,
Pulling out
that's the one that always stands out to me is when he pulls it out. It's like, oh god, oh,
that's such a good effect.
It really is. So anyway, that was a fun night.
It was.
You guys left not long after that was over. Everybody else left at almost 4 a.m.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we would not have been able to
No,
make
no.
it.
No, it was after 3 before everybody.
Well, I was
was
able to
gone.
get some
you,
rounds
yeah.
in the demo Mortal Kombat 11, which was super fun.
It's really fun.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny is when I looked at if you look online, you can find all the fatalities. You can watch them online. And Zach and I were both complaining about the fact that the fatalities do a freeze frame at the end. You know, kind of goes slow motion and freezes. I didn't really like it looking at it online, but playing it on the projector and seeing some of them happen, it was pretty entertaining.
It's very cinematic.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
I need the body slam though. That's the the mic drop moment. I'm missing the mic drop moment.
Yeah.
Just saying. For the people who made Mortal Kombat 11, somehow you have found our podcast and you're listening, but
Ed Boon, put it in there.
it's important.
Get on it. Well, and it still might be coming because some of what I saw that people were calling fatalities were just special moves.
Yeah.
Because the special moves look great.
No, the special moves are great.
Yeah. So it was fun. You played some, and then after you were done, I played some, and just slowly starting to figure out some of the moves and stuff. I have to prepare before Nathan gets over here.
Yeah.
Because the actual game comes out the 23rd.
Well, the good thing about the game is that it creates a very social environment.
Yeah. And that's the thing that annoys me is so many games don't... No, not that...
I mean, wow.
Wait.
Even I saw that.
Oh.
I was like,
that transition just went right over my head. But I wanted to mention something else because I want to know if you guys have heard anything about this. Is I've been watching for this Turok game that's came out on
Your
Switch.
complaint that we don't know if it's got multiplayer or not.
There are a dozen reviews out, and no one's still saying yes or no. I still can't figure it out, and I don't want to spend the monies.
I don't know. I don't remember multiplayer in
Maybe
Turok
you
much.
should check more social media sites.
Okay, go ahead. I'll let it
hold
go.
on. Let me get the sledgehammer. Did you get it that time?
Oh, I don't know. I just saw... never mind. I'm not going to go there. Go. I'm going to save it for that conversation.
Social. This podcast is brought to you by The Drink Social. It is a sparkling sake wine. It's organic. It's 88 calories, gluten-free. It comes with many wonderful flavors like hibiscus cucumber, toasted almond coconut, and grapefruit ginger. You usually do your
I like the grapefruit ginger
with your whiskey.
Yep, and some lime juice.
I actually tried something different. So when I was growing up, I would always have the Sobe Tsunami, the strawberry daiquiri. So I mixed the hibiscus cucumber with the strawberry daiquiri, and I absolutely love it. So that's a big uh-oh.
And you were less impressed with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not a big cucumber fan, so he wouldn't get the refreshingness.
Yeah.
The refreshingness? Is
Yeah,
that
the
thing?
refreshingness of it.
So 88 Social.
Yep.
On all finer social media outlets. It's 88 calories. It's gluten-free.
Hashtag social, what is it? Social
enjoyments.
enjoyments.
.com.
Hashtag live social. Hashtag drink clean. And social. The drink that makes you talk.
Delicious.
You didn't even. You gotta go like.
I don't slurp.
Yeah,
I was raised with the manners.
she's got manners.
That's true.
Manners were meant to be broken.
That's true too.
No.
All right.
All right, let's get on with this. Let's talk about some food. I'm hungry.
Oh man, you're gonna be really hungry after this one. Well, you might not. Would you like that Whopper with?
What's up, Hector?
Or without beef? Burger King is introducing a vegetarian patty from the startup Impossible Foods. The Impossible Whopper is the biggest validation and expansion opportunity for an industry that is looking to mimic and replace meat with plant-based alternatives. Impossible Foods and its competitors have already had some mainstream success, The vegetarian burger made by Beyond Meat has been available at over 1,000 Carl's Jr. / Hardy restaurants since January. White Castle has sold its version of a vegan burger since late last year. However, Burger King, doing a national rollout at 7,200 locations, would dwarf these previous announcements and more than double the total number of locations where Impossible's burgers are available. Burger King's Chief Marketing Officer, Fernando Machado, said that in the company's testing, customers and employees have not been able to tell the difference between the meaty Whopper and the new one.
$5 says I can tell.
Oh, yeah.
We'll get to that in a second.
Burger King is initially making the Impossible Whopper available in the St. Louis area, and should it, do well there, it's going to expand into other areas. Mm-hmm. So we'll see how St. Louis market fares.
So have you guys seen anything about this particular one, the Impossible Burger?
I've never had it. I've seen it at places.
So what's important about the Impossible Burger is it's not, like the typical vegan burger is made with bean. Mm-hmm. Like a Boca Burger. That's the one everybody knows, and it's the disgusting one. Yeah. Like every vegetarian I know is like, oh, you got to eat the Boca Burger. It's good. No, they're dry and they're nasty. I just don't like them. But this one is one that was engineered by a startup in Silicon Valley. Mm-hmm. And they use coconut fats. Mm-hmm. And they actually put the fat in there, like the coconut fat that they render out, they put it in chunks inside the burger.
So give it that moistness.
It marbleizes. Like when you cook, it dissolves like regular fat into the burger and makes an 80-20 mix. Yeah. And I was looking, CNET actually has a tasting and cutting of the burger. It looks just like a burger. It looks more like a burger than anything I've seen before.
I bet you I'd be able to tell based on consistency alone.
They said the consistency is dead on. I think they've nailed the consistency from what it looks like, but I bet the flavor, there's no way it's going to taste just like beef.
I don't care if I'll be able to tell, as long as it's still roughly equivalent and good. The only places I've seen the Impossible Burger at has honestly been usually cost more. So I usually just don't get it.
It will cost $1 more as per the usual standards. If you go somewhere, the vegetarian option is going to cost more. Don't get too excited though. The company's success has not been without controversy. A small but vocal group of environmentalists have said that Impossible rushed its novel ingredients to market without adequate testing, and at the same time, People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, PETA, slammed Impossible for testing its products on rats. And cattle ranchers have also criticized Impossible.
Really? Oh no, they would never.
Calling its product, so Impossible's marketing it as meat. However, since it doesn't contain meat,
it's not meat.
It's not meat. So that would limit.
That's the complaint. I'm sure
that's a desperation ploy because we've had turkey bacon forever, and we've had.
Turkey is still meat.
But it's not bacon. It's still not what you come to expect as bacon. And there's a lot of burgers out there that say meat replacement and stuff like that.
As much as, I have a lot of vegetarian friends or vegan friends, they would not be able to eat this burger because, unless they get it without mayo, because it's marketed with mayo, and thus vegans cannot eat it because it's egg-based.
Which you could ask for no mayo.
Yeah. Which mayo is kind of gross on sandwich.
I would just like to ask for no Burger King. Because unfortunately, I'm tainted on Burger King because the Burger King that we have gone to usually near us is always horrible.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we either go, if you go during the day, then your food's always going to be cold and nasty. If you go at night, it's always going to be wrong. Like you ask for a Whopper, you'll get chicken nuggets. You're like, what?
Yeah. I remember the last time I went to ours, the brown paper bag that the food is in had a footprint on it.
What the hell? Yeah. So they dropped that. They probably dropped that bag, and somebody stepped on the outside of it.
Yeah, and then just used it for the food.
Yeah. So Hector in the chat room says he went to the Carl's Jr. and tried it and could not tell a difference.
No, then there you go.
You know what's really
funny? I would more likely try a Hardee's that has it.
Yeah, it's really funny because I was like,
which is our Carl's Jr.
The last time I went to Burger King and it was late at night, they didn't mess up, and I was like, wait a minute, they did mess up.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be just a normal chicken sandwich. They gave me the spicy one, and you know how well I deal with
delicious.
Spicy.
So I know why.
I'm starving, and I was I'm eating this.
I think as successful as they are, they've got a ton of restaurants. I think they're being dwarfed by McDonald's. So anything like this to get them some press, I think.
No, you're right. It's a good idea for them to do this because it does make them different. McDonald's isn't doing this.
Yeah,
so.
I was about to say, as far as my knowledge, McDonald's is not offering anything.
And I was like, yeah, McDonald's is the big boy. Wendy's is way better on social media.
They really are.
So Burger King needs something.
Mm-hmm. So here's my thing, though, is Zach and I have this argument often, is I just don't like fast food. I mean, I'm
only there if it's desperate.
Well, but you go even when it's like there's levels of desperation for me, and I just won't do it unless I just have to.
Our go-tos for fast food are usually what?
Zaxby's,
Wendy's,
because it's the closest decent burger joint.
Yeah, or Taco Bell.
See, just for me, I've got to this point where I've cut out certain things. Like I won't eat chicken unless it looks like chicken. So chicken nuggets have been gone for about 10 years.
I like chicken.
I have no standards.
It's just it's like eating a piece. It's like eating a piece of MDF. You know, you cut the MDF, it's like sawdust. And then for me, for a burger, I figure, okay, so it's $5 for a burger and fries at McDonald's when I could go to Brown's down the street or whatever and get something that's hand patted for an extra $2-3.
But then you have to also do the tip on top of that.
No, you don't. Not if I'm taking it to go.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
Which is 9 times out of 10.
Like, even if I take it to go, I still tip.
I usually tip like $1 or something.
Yeah. If I'm taking it to go, I don't. Unless there was a problem and they fixed it. Like P.F. Chang's that we had an order get screwed up and the guy worked really hard to fix it. I tipped him. But yeah, I mean, I'm just to the point where I'm not doing it. I'm just not going to do it because I eat so much other unhealthy crap that if I can cut out some things. So if they have a healthy alternative that is tasty, even if it does taste like not like a burger, I'll be happy. Because then when me and Zach are filming, he's like, "Let's just get a burger to the drive-thru." I'm like, "Let's go get a Whopper," because I can eat something healthy.
Well, I mean, typically if I'm going to fast food, it's like it's super late at night or there is nothing else open, and this is the only thing within 20 miles.
I will say,
you say that, but you tell me your girlfriend's like, pick this up for us.
Yeah, and I will go and get 5 guys before I get McDonald's.
Well, and see, that's a step up.
Yeah, 5 guys.
5 guys is a step up.
Yeah. You can get a large fry and feed a family of 5.
Exactly. Yeah. It's true.
I've also been spoiled by, I work downtown, and maybe 500 feet is Bamberger.
Oh, I would much rather. I would much rather go to either an indie place
just go to Bamberger. There is not a day in the office where it does not smell like Bamberger.
I would much rather go to an indie place or the step up kind of thing, like a Five Guys or Shake Shack or things like that.
Right, and that's my point. Is it's like McDonald's and Taco Bell and Burger King, and I've just been done with all.
I'm not done with Taco Bell. I love Taco Bell.
I'd rather go to a Mexican restaurant.
When I went out to the West Coast, I was actually
disappointed. Hold on. I do not conflate Taco Bell with Mexican food.
It's close.
It's close.
Or okay, here's a more healthy argument or more consistent argument is I would rather go to Blue Coast.
I like Blue Coast, but I'm also
we're going Chipotle, okay?
Or Chipotle. Chipotle. I would go to
like
Chipotle
Blue Coast
over Taco Bell.
Chipotle. But still, I like if I want really cheap meat stuffed in tortillas, I'm perfectly fine going to get Taco Bell. And plus, I want some Baja Blast, and I'm okay with that.
Okay, well,
so Taco Bell, contact me.
Hey, hook it up. I'll start eating Taco Bell too if you send it to us.
Just a side note, we're not sponsored by Taco Bell.
Or Five Guys or Burger King. Yet is the crucial term. All right, let's talk about the box office last weekend. As abysmal as it is, number 10 over the weekend was The Beach Bum, as opened new to $1.7 million.
Starring Matthew McConaughey, opened new.
I still don't know what this movie's about.
It's about Matthew
animated,
McConaughey.
Right?
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
It's like Matthew McConaughey's real life. I don't know.
Okay, here's what you need to know. It's Harmony Korine.
Peace out.
Yeah, he is a beach bum. That is the plot of the movie.
So if you're familiar with Harmony Korine films, you know what you are expecting.
Yeah, and Zach wants to talk about how great they are, but I
kind of like Spring Breakers.
It's terrible. Okay, so he has one.
Okay, well, what's another Harmony Korine film?
Kids?
I like Kids.
Kids is his one. That's his one. Trash Humpers, where it's about people humping trash cans. Humpers. Julian Donkey Boy. Don't know what it's about. Saw it twice. Still don't know what it's about. It's terrible.
You saw it twice.
I did at the Belcourt. Yeah, at the Belcourt.
It's like I have to figure this movie out.
Yeah.
It still didn't work.
Yeah, exactly.
I gotta respect him though. He filmed Professional First One on VHS.
I don't know.
It looks VHS.
It was on some kind of lo-fi thing. Yeah. He also wrote it in a treehouse here in Nashville.
Oh, God.
Like he moved in with a friend that lives in a treehouse.
At Hillsborough High School.
I know. Doesn't help. All right, number 9 is Tyler Perry's Medea Family Funeral. It made $2.6 million. It's made $70 million so far. No budget on this one.
It had to have been that.
It's got to be.
It's got to be over that.
Got to be.
You also don't understand that movie.
Yeah, I don't. Number 8 is Hotel Mumbai. It made $3.1 million. That's what it's made so far.
Yeah.
It doesn't say that it's new, but it hasn't made any money. I mean,
It made a little bit. It made like
It was in the
$100 million because
Oh, okay,
it was
that's
at
what's
like
up.
39 plays last week.
Yeah.
Right. All right, so number 7 is How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World. It made 4.3. It's made 153 so far on a $129 million budget.
I'm just glad they went out on a very solid bang.
Yeah.
Although I hear
wish
it's
it
the
could.
worst of the 3.
Yes, it absolutely.
Yeah.
It is, but I'm happy for the franchise that it went out on a decently solid bang.
It wasn't an awful movie.
Could have been a terrible movie.
Yeah, could have
Oh
been.
yeah.
All right.
Like number 6.
Like number 6, One
I
Apart.
have no idea.
Well,
Probably
the
is not
director's
good.
name is not even on it. So, all right. So that one made $5 million. It's made 37, almost 38 million already.
We don't know the budget.
Do not know the budget.
Probably more than that.
Probably so. Number 5 is 5 Feet Apart. Made $6 million. It's made almost 36 million so far.
We don't know the budget. Probably less than that.
Yeah, it's TV movie budget. TV movie.
Yeah.
Opening new over this past
Oh,
weekend
God.
was Unplanned. Made $6.3 million on a
It
$6
is
million
exactly what
budget.
you think it is.
Is it about like somebody getting pregnant?
Yes. It
Yeah.
is about like I'm pro. It's
It's
Is
a
it
po-
a-
it's a
is it
poli-
propaganda.
it's a political
It
thing.
is a political.
Oh, yes. It's a very
propaganda.
political
Because I'm
thing.
seeing some people post that it's good.
No,
Choice, and then I see it and I'm pro-life.
No. Yeah, it's basically the character becomes the youngest clinic director in the history of Planned Parenthood. Then a life-changing event turns her into an anti-abortion activist.
Oh, peace out.
Oh.
Peace out.
God, I feel sick.
Hey, did
Yeah.
we mention our political message?
Yeah.
Like we're gonna put it in the title.
Anyway, number 3 was Captain Marvel. It made another $20.6 million. It's made 353, almost $354 million. dollars.
I think it's crossed the billion mark worldwide.
Yeah.
To be fair, real quick, because you moved on real fast.
Yeah.
I will give Unplanned at least one little gold star that they went with a R-rated title instead of trimming it back for PG-13 for the wider audience.
And maybe there's an F-bomb or something.
No, it's gory images.
Oh.
It's that blood splatter, like in Army of Darkness.
Exactly. That's it. That's what
It
we're
starts
hoping for.
raining blood.
But I will at least give them.
Yeah.
I will at least give them one gold star.
Wasn't
Okay, good.
Passion of the Christ also R?
Yes,
It was.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? Yeah, that movie gets a PG-13. How brutal it is.
Yeah, but I mean, it's
It's not very gory.
still
it's just
very
brutal.
Yeah,
preachy
and it could
movie.
easily be a PG related,
Yeah.
religious movie.
It's still
It
very
wasn't too
kind
bad.
of.
Too bad the film's not that very good.
It's still very. My
I
point is,
finished
it's a
it.
very message
Yeah, same
preachy
here. I turned
movie.
it off and I was like, "This is
And
not good."
it's definitely going to be something that certain groups will show kids that are not typically the audience of an R-rated movie.
Exactly.
To be fair, it wasn't really that gory.
So number 2 to you.
It's brutal.
To us.
No, it's brutal.
Speaking
Please
of
stop.
us,
Number 2 is Us.
Can we progress?
No.
And number 2 is Us. It made $33 million.
I don't want to talk about this.
It's made a what? What?
All right, we're done. Us.
It's almost $128 million. It's made on a $20 million budget. I mean, that's
a lot.
that
That's a
horror
home run.
movie
That's a home run.
formula right there.
That's a chunk of change.
Yep. So number 1 over the weekend was Dumbo. It made almost $46 million, and we don't know the budget.
The budget,
It's-
Wikipedia estimates at 170 million.
that sounds about right. I was going to say 150.
Yeah.
Whew.
Disney, release your budgets.
Opening new this weekend, Shazam is at 93% on
That
Rotten
is
Tomatoes.
shocking.
Yeah,
I'm hearing great things.
I-
about this
everyone-
movie.
One
Yeah,
has-
everybody that I have seen who has seen the movie has
It's
had
like
nothing but good things
it's
to
like
say.
Yeah.
suddenly as DC gets rid of Zack Snyder and all his projects he had his hands on.
Well, because my understanding too
It's
is like
incredible.
this is especially light. Like
Yeah.
it's
Mm-hmm.
kid
It's
friendly.
supposed, yeah, it's
Well,
supposed
and-
to be like
it lends itself to that.
It very much does. Captain Marvel, Shazam, does.
AKA Captain Marvel.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Is a very, that kind of more optimistic, light character. So it is good that this is a direction that DC is going in.
It's a 10-year-old boy in an adult man's body.
Right.
Yeah.
With superpowers.
So it's big with superpowers.
It's totally big with superpowers.
Yeah.
All right. Also, Pet Sematary. I'm hearing good things about this as well.
I am looking forward to seeing
81%.
I don't know which one I'm going to watch first.
I'm probably going to see them both back to
Probably
back.
Pet Sematary and then go into Shazam.
That's probably the smart way to do it.
Probably so. All right, so let's talk about, before we get into us, let's talk about the trailers that have come out this week.
Okay.
So the Joker. What is everybody's feeling about the Joker?
It's an okay trailer. It has me a little interested.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin Phoenix is the Joker.
Looks like he's doing a good. I'm just not interested in a Joker movie. There are many other characters throughout the DC universe, throughout the Batman universe that I'd much rather see a movie.
Name one as popular or more.
I don't care about popular.
I don't care about popular.
I don't care.
I don't care about popular either.
Here's the thing. Like, exactly what Tina says. If this were not related to the Joker, if they didn't actually put any sort of pretenses, like, this is in Gotham, this is in DC Universe, if it was just Joaquin Phoenix is this really weird character who has a psychotic breakdown in clown makeup.
Which is what I still take it as.
Yeah, that's what I take it. If you don't have any of the actual comic book dressing, it looks fascinating. It looks very interesting.
And to be fair, what the trailer looked like to me is there really isn't any comic book dressing there, except... sort of the clown makeup, and it's not the clown makeup in the way that we've come to sort of know it.
But how am I going to know he's damaged?
You're going to know.
How?
I
need a tattoo on his forehead that says damaged. Sorry, I couldn't keep my composure. That's so dumb.
I didn't want to care anything about this movie, and the trailer to me looks good.
Well, I kind of figured
really good
because it's Joaquin Phoenix. He's a very good actor. So when he was tagged in to be the Joker, it's like, oh man, I'm gonna have to care about this now. Yeah. It sucks.
And you got me when it's like a cerebral, like mind f of the movie. Like I'm always in for those.
Agree.
The other thing is, I hate when people try to give backstory to the Joker. When people try to explain the Joker.
Unless it's Killing Joke.
No, I still hate that. I actually don't like Killing Joke.
I don't care.
Killing Joke is overrated.
I prefer Hush to Killing Joke any day.
Hush is good. But yeah, I don't like Killing Joke for that.
I like my Joker how I like my Michael Myers. There should be no reason for the way he is.
Well, to be fair, this movie is giving all of that, though.
No. And that's, again, if you take out the comic book trappings, it looks fascinating. I don't want, and I'm not using this as a pretense. Like, this is not, in my mind, going to be the origin story of the Joker that's in the DC Cinematic Universe. Right. Mostly because the DC Cinematic Universe is a mess, and we don't know what's what.
Even they don't know the Joker's story.
How does Joaquin Phoenix de-age into Jared Leto?
So my thing is whether it's DC or Marvel, I don't really care about a villain-centric film. I think I like the reverse. I like sort of the hero pulled apart by the villain.
That was one of the great things about Dark Knight. That's what's happened. The Joker is spending this entire time just screwing with Batman, and he is really pulling him apart, and it's great.
I mean, and so, based on the argument I've had the last 10 years, is we've had a Joker movie. And it's
really 10 years.
I mean, it's over.
Yeah.
It was what, 2007?
Was it?
I think so. 2008. So
I know, right?
All right.
But yeah, I didn't want to care about it, but this trailer actually looks really
good. It is shot really good.
Yeah.
It's shot beautifully. Yeah, so we'll see.
For the other trailer.
The other trailer that hit this week was The Dead Don't Die, and that just sort of came out of nowhere. I'd heard nothing about this movie. So it's Bill Murray and Adam Driver. And who else? There's
Tilda Swinton.
Tilda Swinton, yeah.
It's written and directed by Jim Jarmusch.
Yeah, Jim Jarmusch, and that can be hit or miss.
Yeah.
It can be fantastic or a disaster.
It can be pretentious.
Yeah, this does not look pretentious, though. Not to me. Unless there's something we haven't seen. There's something very sort of...
It's too casual. I don't like... I'm just going to say, this trailer just does not get me because there's it's about zombies coming back to life, and no one cares. They're just like, all right, well, I guess.
But see, I actually like that part of it.
I'm kind of like hit or miss on that. The casualness of it almost reminds me of a Wes Anderson movie. But
it reminds me of like Warm Bodies, I would love to see Idle Hands. It reminds me of some of those sort of zombie spoof films, which it's kind of time for another one because we've been so inundated with
like serious zombie movie. I think it's a really good thing.
Honestly, I'm more so in my mind liking it to Zombieland, just because it's like Zombieland, they've gotten used to the zombies, so they've come up with routines.
Still like be like, oh crap, a zombie. Well, we should probably deal with it.
So I almost feel like if you crossed Zombieland and Slither, if you cross those two films, it's kind of where this one sits.
But both of those films take their enemies, which is like slugs and infected people and zombies, seriously.
Mm-hmm. I think we could maybe see some more and see if they end up doing
more. To hear some extreme good word of mouth.
Well, I want to see Bill Murray playing that dry funny again.
Bill Murray's dry funny is great.
Adam Driver does not seem funny to me.
Yeah, but
they focus a lot on him in the dialogue.
He looks like he's the straight man in it. So you think he's
the straight man in this? Because I got the feeling
the straight man in this.
I got the feeling Bill Murray was kind of the straight man.
I think they might, but we also have. I also like Steve Buscemi's in there too, and I love Steve Buscemi in it. It's kind of
Steve Buscemi's great.
It's got a strong cast. I'm fascinated about the cast in this movie. So that's what's going to make me want to watch it.
That I will love, and the way it will work for me is if it just sort of. The thing that I think Zach is not liking is if it walks that line and doesn't go too far into humor.
Yeah.
Like, I want it to be mildly funny. Smirk funny is what I want. I don't want you to try and be slapstick with the zombies.
Yes.
But I didn't feel that from the trailer.
Yeah, I didn't either.
If it walks that kind of line and maybe they even throw in a little social commentary about the world today or something, Shaun of the Dead style, that'd be all right. Okay. That'd be all right with that. I love small town sheriffs dealing with big city problems.
All right.
I love that.
Let's get us out of the way because the figure we're going to be on this for a bit.
Yeah. So I really, before we get into
spoiler territory,
this is definitely spoiler territory.
If you haven't seen it, well, I don't. That's
then you may want to fast forward just a few minutes. What did you guys think?
I enjoyed it, but
there it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting on.
I enjoyed it immensely. I had fun throughout it. I was entertained throughout it. But I felt it was lacking, and I can't really pinpoint for me in words.
I can pinpoint
it. Let me help you out.
What it was lacking.
Let me help you.
Well, before you get into that, because you and I already have a baseline for this, I want to hear what Nico thought.
Very much that. I had fun. It's definitely a much more popcorn movie than Jordan Peele's previous movie to Get Out.
Yeah, it didn't have that mental intrigue.
It's not as heavy in thought. Like there's some messaging in here that's fine, but it's not nearly as cerebral.
Right.
I think the concept of the doppelganger that's in this movie is really cool. I think the movie falls apart when it tries to explain it. Yeah. When we talked last week and you had mentioned that there was an exposition scene, I immediately figured...
as soon as it started, we're like...
We got it.
There it is.
We know the scene.
There it is.
And I kind of... It's like, I wish I didn't know the twist like immediately from the beginning of the movie.
Right.
Because
so you knew the twist.
Like, yeah, that was
okay.
I hate
everyone I'm hearing is like, I didn't see it coming. I'm like,
and even some really some people who are very movie like cinephiles are told like I saw it twice.
Yeah.
Because I got convinced, by a guy who's a very strong critic, and it's the only one I know who saw more films than me last year. Said you'll like it more on the second. But I got it on the first time.
Yeah, I
didn't gain anything new on the second viewing other than the appreciation for the things that I did like.
Yeah, for me it was like I walked out of the theater and I was like, I don't know. I think I might have to see it again just to process it again, see if I miss anything. But the more I thought about it, it's like I don't.
Yeah, I didn't miss. I didn't feel like I missed anything. I feel like I understood what the movie was trying to do. The exposition scene on it really grind the movies to a halt.
She's like monologuing,
and
I'm like, we saw this in The Incredibles since 2005.
She's monologuing to herself. It's weird.
She's monologuing to herself. Well, you have a thing to hit this person, and her back is to you.
But the other thing I found kind of frustrating is crap. I had the line of thought, and then I lost.
You blew it.
Yeah, I blew it.
Why didn't she just walk out?
Well, what was it based on?
It was I went on the monologue, and then the other. Oh yeah, the twist is I kept trying to think maybe that's not it. Maybe it's so obvious
that it's not it.
Because great. Because that's what I kept. Because it is obvious. It's like, of course that's what happens. And I spent the whole movie thinking maybe that's just not what happened. And then the end of the movie happens like,
yeah,
that's exactly what happened.
I have a couple of loose ends and nitpicks, like the Hands Across America. What are they doing after that?
Yeah, not even the logical, like, what's the next step of the movie?
Keep doing that for like eons, or like
I'm not really worried.
Who's the first one who has to go pee?
I'm not yeah.
Well, they are like crazy.
I'm not
really
so maybe
worried.
They just pee while they're standing I don't think that's a knock against the film. That's just a logical, like, what is the next thing? Yeah, but no, I was also wondering that too. But
the look that the son gives the mom at the end of the movie, it's like, it's still your mom. Like, this is literally the body
your mom.
You came out of. It's not like, oh, she switched while I wasn't looking. No, it's your mom. Deal with it.
Yeah.
Now, that said,
you're going to have an interesting talk, but at the end of the day...
That said, credit where it's credit's due. There are definitely good things about the movie. I think the acting is phenomenal.
The acting's great.
Especially the kids.
And the kids, like, gave me chills half the time.
So the movie is really strong in its first act.
Yes.
When they stay in that house. Yeah. Because stuff is creepy. The little boy kid with the mask on is effective.
Well, I also like it when they get to the second house.
Well,
the white people house.
Yeah, the white people house.
Yeah.
Like just her stare with the smile.
Oh, that was super.
That gave me such chills sitting there.
Yeah, I think once they started leaving the white people's house,
that's when it broke.
There were some bits I like. I like when they quibble about who has the highest death count.
I hate that. Hate it.
But it was funny. But it's definitely the sign of this is where this movie turned.
Well,
this is a tonal shift in this movie.
That sequence right there is really one of the breaking points for me, is because they worked really hard in the first act to get you invested in this family. Wait. It's like real. It's like real world. You're invested. They're real people, and you're going with this sort of real people put in a surreal situation, and then they're arguing scary movie or Scream style about who had the most kills. It's crap, is what it is. It's like it broke the movie for a joke. And I think the humor is so off balance in this movie because of those situations.
It is definitely a huge tonal shift because the movie is a very suspenseful movie at the beginning, and then it becomes more of a almost slasher kind of thing. Like I enjoy how that scene. Like I enjoy that scene on its own. Like,
on its own, I get it.
It's a good
because
scene.
It's well acted.
Yeah, it's well acted, and that's probably what the strength is. Like the fact that these are all excellent actors. And the fact that they're everyone in this movie is playing two different people.
Duke had some shining moments,
and even the other, like the white family, they have their.
I love what's
twins.
her name? The
mom.
The mom.
Oh yeah,
she's great. I love her in Handmaid's Tale and everything else.
Yeah, and also. I think it's well shot. It looks really good. Yeah.
So there are two scenes that I really love cinematically. I hear people talking about this sparkling cinematography. I think there's two.
Okay.
There's two scenes that I think are great. One of them is the shot of the kid in front of the fire. That whole sequence is nice and wide. I like that shot. And the intercutting, which is not as much shooting as it is editing, but the fight scene that cuts back and forth between the ballet. Those are the only two shots that really stand out. The rest of it kind of feels a little flat to me. The one thing I've been wanting to mention to you guys to see if you locked into it the way I did is I really hated it is the husband. I think the actor is great. I liked him from the minute he came on screen at the beginning of the movie. So he comes in, stuff starts to happen. He's a badass. So, but he comes in from being outside after they, busted on him, and he's scared. Well, that's a funny scene, but it's a funny and an effective way. That little bit of humor kind of works okay. But then he becomes a badass again. But then after he becomes a badass, he gets scared again. And then at the end, he's like, oh, your mom knows what to do. That's literally a line. Your mom knows what to do. And sends her off to handle all the end of the movie on her own, and that right there.
Well, because
again,
at that point it is her story.
Yeah, but it is her story.
He doesn't know that.
He doesn't know that.
True.
Yeah,
the kids don't know that.
No, I do think that bit is very odd. The fact that they don't follow him in there.
I got so angry at that because all they really had to do, because I know what Peele wanted to do. He wanted to get her by herself for the climax of the film, and that's great. break his leg.
Yeah,
hurt him more.
Injure him. Because it makes sense why they're staying in the ambulance at that point.
Because they love each other. They're a tight-knit family. He should be doing, based off the development that we've had, anything he can to protect his family.
No, I agree. I think he should have followed her. I
was like, this is so dumb. And when you start stacking these little things one on top of the other,
film missteps, it messed up so hard its femur juts out of its leg.
And the Hands Across America thing in the first act, if it couldn't have been shoved down your throat,
hey, did we mention Hands Across America? We're going to show the whole commercial right here.
I can't figure out why, where we are in the world right now, why that movie is a 93-94% positive rating. It's a 65% rating for me, 65, maybe 70. You know, because that first act is real solid and it works real well. It just breaks in the last 2/3, and I don't get it. And usually I don't agree with audience scores, but if you look on the tomato meter, the last time I looked, it was at 93% by critics and 65% by audience, and that makes sense to me. That's where probably it should be.
Part of the reason. Look at the list of movies that are out. There's not a lot of selection, especially in this market, in that kind of somewhat cerebral horror movie.
Garbage, and you see something halfway decent, you're like, well, hey, this is great.
But see, now the thing, but it's a consistency with Peele though, because that scene that I really hate, that you guys saw it, when you saw it, you're like, oh, here we are. Let me describe everything that's happening. They had that same scene, Get Out, and it made me just as mad in that movie too. Because Get Out, for me, was a great social commentary. But don't call it a horror movie, because it was a social commentary first with a horror movie second or third.
I think, and I think Get Out also executes that scene a little bit better.
A little better,
Because it doesn't have...
It doesn't feel like it's shoving it down your throat. It's just like opening and letting it slide down your throat.
Well, the difference is, too, is because Get Out is a slower movie.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't feel like you're basically going from, like, 30 to 10 as opposed to like 60 to 10 in terms of speed, because this movie has a lot of fast pace into it.
It does.
And then when it does lean into the humor more often too, that's going to be quicker. So when it slows down for exposition, especially in that tune, because it goes into a fight scene, it's like it's a slow speed bump.
I will say one of the reasons I felt like I might need to see it again was the audience that I was viewing it with, because there were comments through
same
it.
Here.
So this is why I went at lunchtime, and there were 8 people in the audience. And
normally, I tried to go late, the latest screening I could. And
that was the mistake.
Packed.
That was the mistake.
Yeah.
That was the mistake.
Whole families spilling popcorn, taking selfies, flashlights.
That was the mistake.
And see,
you go earlier.
Some of my best horror movie experiences have been in the theater in a packed house, but I just had this sneaking suspicion that this was going to be either whether successful or not, it was going to be a more intellectual type of horror.
Yeah.
So
it doesn't work the same way.
Yeah, I wanted my first time to see it to be in this small crowd as possible, because people get bored if they don't get it.
You have to think about it.
Yeah, and if they don't get it or don't connect with it, or it drags in places because of that, which this one does in the last few acts, that's when that kind of stuff happens. So I had figured is on my second viewing, I'd see it with a full audience, which I did.
The whole boat scene, there was a person who was literally being like, he's dragging. He's behind you. And
I would throw a bottle at that person.
I can't stand that stuff.
If I like the film.
Yeah.
In this case, I was like, eh.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, at that point, I didn't know if I was going to, like, absolutely.
Yeah, it's still kind of early to tell.
Yeah, that was still an early scene.
It was like, I'll just see this movie again so I can get another experience. But I don't know.
So I can get another experience. I guess I was more angry.
Like I said, and especially when you get that the first speaking interaction between the two moms.
That was
it's so good. It's really good.
Was phenomenal, and it was that to me. Sold me on the acting.
Yeah.
Oh God, the acting is amazing. Everybody in that family is a good actor.
Yeah.
I agree with that. And I guess that's why it makes me angry, because for me, when you compare Get Out and this one, the bones of us are so much better. Like the pieces that are in there that are good are just so good. It could have been like
but it's just
until they misstep, and then the bone shatters.
It's
skyrockets into the.
It's a more uneven movie.
Yeah,
because it's got highs and lows, but Get Out is a more kind of generally on the same level throughout the movie.
Right. Well, and the thing that bothered me with Get Out, the horror element is never that horrific, or it doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
But the horror elements in this one do, and the social commentary is interesting.
Yeah, it's an interesting. It's
obvious, but sure.
It's so interesting.
Yeah, and it's not to the extent of Get Out. It's like you said, Get Out is a social commentary movie with horror elements. Mm-hmm. This is a horror movie with social commentary elements.
Yeah, which ends up breaking it at the end.
They played with one of my favorite mythos of the doppelganger. Mm-hmm. So that will have me pretty much. If you add anything that I can reference to mythos or legends
or a D&D campaign,
or you'll have it sold for me. I'll see it.
Honestly, the movie fell apart for me though when it not just the fact that it had the exposition scene.
Yeah.
What the explanation was.
Right.
Yeah.
Because why? I didn't need that. I didn't want an explanation for why there were doubles.
That kind of took the oomph out of it.
Yeah. It took a lot of oomph out of it, and it's just...
And it left me with more questions that we're never going to get answered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, who is this they that is controlling us? And
who cares? Why didn't they just cast them?
And you see, like, the boy controlling his other self, but you never see that anywhere else throughout the movie except for the exposition.
Like, she knew the exit. Why didn't she just
go?
So one funny thing, though, and I didn't realize this until Zach and I were watching a breakdown video of the movie. There's one shot in the trailer that always annoyed me because they focus on this shot, and I looked at Zach. I said, somebody loves this shot and it's terrible. And it's in the opening sequence when they're in the car, and that rap song, which the score in this movie is amazing. I love the score. So when that rap song,
when the white family's getting killed,
right?
That was so good.
See, I didn't like that. I thought it was too forced. It
was
too on the nose.
But like the most horrifying.
That's part of the tonal change of the movie. Unfortunately, like the scene itself on its own,
but
out of context.
With that, with our Alexa, being like,
that too.
Alexa, do this.
Everybody with an Alexa is like,
yeah,
this is my life.
Well, yeah, the one we have in here just randomly goes off sometimes.
That's just Windows talking.
Crap, I forgot where I was now.
The scene, the shot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's in the trailer and it's in the movie too, where you see the mom reach back with her fingers and says, "Go and get with the beat," and snapping. That shot is terrible. It's a terrible shot. It looks bad, and then I'm watching in the movie and I'm like, the sync wasn't even right because she was offbeat. But it's not. It's on purpose because this is a hint at how she is not who she's supposed to be.
We messed up and we need something to cover.
Yeah, because
the Room was a black comedy the whole time.
Like,
yeah,
I mean, I saw this with my brother and my brother-in-law, who is, holds a degrees in, from Vanderbilt Blair
about music theory and things like that.
Yeah.
So he's sitting there and I see him visibly cringe. He's
Same.
Like, girl is off.
I'm a musician. I was like, yeah. So now they act like, oh, well, this is your first hint that she's not who you think she is. No, it's just bad filmmaking. Because if it
Honestly,
is, it wasn't done in a way that worked.
You're telling me this lady who's lived ever
Yep.
since she was 6 to 30, 31? Outside, she hasn't learned how to get on a beat.
And if she doesn't know how to get on the beat, if she can't do it, then why is she's
so good at
doing
everything
it
else except
but if she just can't,
with her backstory, learning to dance, you have to be on
beat.
It's gotta be. It's bad editing. It's just not. Because
the fanboy spin trying to see how deep it is.
They just layer the audio when they actually the ADR for that music wrong.
Exactly.
There's no way that she would be dancing a solo part in a ballerina show when her rhythm is that bad.
Maybe that's why she's not doing it anymore. She was bad at it.
It's just okay. It's like the more it sinks into me, like the less I like the movie because I'm so angry about how good it could have been.
I like bits of it. I would totally be fine watching bits of the movie again.
The first act.
Yeah.
Well,
until they leave the white people house.
You know what I want to watch next though?
What do you want to watch next?
Fandango is reporting.
You want to watch Fandango? That's good.
That Avengers Endgame has the best first day U.S. sales record for the online ticket retailer, beating Star Wars: The Force Awakens in 6 hours. Advanced tickets for Avengers Endgame went on sale on Tuesday, the 2nd of April, on Fandango at 5 a.m. Pacific, 8 a.m. Eastern Time, or 7 a.m. our time. I got mine in like 28 minutes.
Yeah.
Fandango's new list of top 5 first day pre-sellers are, starting at number 5, Infinity War. Number 4, Rogue One. Number 3, Last Jedi. Number 2, Force Awakens. And number 1, Endgame. Atom Tickets also said that Endgame is their best first-day sales ever for the mobile ticket operator. And it achieved that record in less than half a day and outsold Aquaman by 4 times. Regal said that Endgame outpaced their website advanced ticket sales for any Marvel movie in the circuit's history. And within 8 hours of going on sale, it doubled all of the first week sales for Infinity War.
Jesus.
Yeah. The Regal's chief marketing officer, Ken Thew, said, quote, "With our advanced ticket records skyrocketing, we are preparing some exciting events and special offers for our Marvel movie fans. So keep watch on Regal Films." In addition, Endgame also crashed a lot of sites. Ticket buyers were getting 503 error codes trying to get their tickets on AMC. And some users on Atom and Fandango were having difficulty too.
Another reason AMC sucks.
Word is because those services were also tied into AMC servers. Mm-hmm. So it was all AMC's fault.
This to me is unacceptable.
Yeah, but that's a sign that, it's a very well-wanted movie. But yeah, AMC, fix your crap.
That is unacceptable in today's day and age, especially when this is the movie of the year. This is number one. It's going to gross.
It's not like it's a Disney sequel.
Even Star Wars.
It technically is, but
I remember when Star Wars tickets went out and everything crashed.
What do you expect them to do? Go out and buy additional servers?
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. You can.
I know you can.
Go and rent more servers.
I know you can.
Because your site is going to have that level of traffic. You need to be prepared. This is unacceptable, especially considering you've had 5 attempts at showing, hey, these big movies that we know are going to be big are crashing our site. Maybe we should prep for it. That's unacceptable.
Selling movies, it's always AMC then.
I was very glad.
We had no trouble.
Yeah, I went through the Regal app.
I went through the Fandango app.
Okay.
I had no issues.
Yeah.
I'll see it.
I even texted my friend who's who's visiting Japan right now, be like, bro, get your tickets now. And he's like, oh my god, woke up.
But yeah, we got ours. I went through the Regal app. It was the only issue I had. It all wasn't even an issue. It was just when you hit purchase and it's like purchasing your ticket and it does like the loading screen. It's like, this is taking a little bit longer than it usually does. Oh, good, it happened. Yeah. So that was it. That was it.
And we got prime real
Oh, I'm so excited. Thursday night at 6:20. You're going, Steven, Thursday night at 6
o'clock. Yeah.
We are center of the center.
Yeah.
Center, second row. My favorite spot.
What auditorium though?
2.
I forget what number we are, but we're in the auditorium. We are D.
Yeah, you guys are downstairs.
10 or 11. Yeah, we're downstairs.
10 and 9.
We're next to the handicap seats, so we've got the big
great seats.
Yeah, those are great seats.
Yeah. So I think that's actually a smaller theater downstairs.
It is. It is. I'm okay with it.
Don't matter. The screen's still great.
I think that's basically.
I'd rather have a smaller theater because that means smaller crowd, which means less chance for.
That's true.
Ruination.
Yeah.
If someone decides to ruin the screening, you're going to get stabbed.
Well, this is the reason.
You're going to get snapped. That's what's going to happen.
That's what I'm saying. If anyone messes up, especially opening night first screening, they're going to get hurt.
This is legit the reason I wanted to go Thursday night, because I wanted to go with other Marvel fans.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that it's going to be a similar experience to when I saw Return of the King in IMAX.
Yeah.
You could hear a pin drop.
Yeah.
People were ready for that thing to start.
I remember Return of the King, I was afraid to cough. I was sick that entire week, but I still went. And I was terrified of coughing. I was sitting there
Well, that's also when I went to go see, a more recent memory is when I went to go see the Force Awakens, because I saw that opening night, Thursday night too, and the crowd there was just ready.
Oh,
yeah.
And
you could feel that electricity.
And the moment the Lucasfilm logo came on, it was just roaring applause.
Yeah.
And it's like,
the moment that the scroll happened.
Oh, yeah.
It was silent. It was dead silent.
Yeah.
And then the moment that Han happened, it's like, everyone died. It was great.
I literally saw people's spirits leaving their bodies.
That is the best kind of viewing experience.
It really is.
And
that's what I want so bad.
That's why I don't like to wait. This is why opening night.
Well, and I don't trust any of my friends not to spoil it.
Same. That's the other thing.
I'm sorry, I love you guys. I ain't trusting y'all.
It's opening up in China
a day.
2 days.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. I won't see it.
That's cool. I only have one friend in China, and she knows not to spoil things for me.
That's cool. I will.
So here's
I'm not trying.
But you like. Hang on. But you like spoilers though. So I didn't have. I was like you. I didn't have any issues getting my ticket. But this is what's funny is I bought 3 tickets.
Yeah.
So I was literally because I signed up for the Fandango like notification. Like they send you an email that says, "Hey, tickets are on sale."
I had that too. I got that way later.
Well, exactly. The only reason I got my tickets is because you posted on Facebook that you got yours. I was like, yes, I'm going now, right now. And by the time I got there and I looked at the theater, it was 3/4 full. So, but I bought
because nobody else wants the second row.
Well, no, the whole theater was 3/4 full, including the second row. I mean, it was packed already, and I bought 3 tickets, and I thought, okay, well, let me go back and get a couple more just in case some people want some. Because I only knew that Hector's coming to town. He's in the chat room right now. And I'm taking him. And Nathan had already told me if I get a ticket to make sure and get for him. Well, I forgot that he said that his boyfriend wanted to go. I'm like, okay, let me go back and get a ticket. I'll go ahead and buy an extra in case Zach wants to go. No. I went back in and they were gone. Yeah. It was full. Like literally in 30 seconds. I feel very lucky that I got tickets at all.
We were sitting on the couch trying to wake up because that morning, it started. And Nico just kind of looks over to me. He's like, "There's a rumor Avengers tickets are going on sale today." I was like, "You better be on that."
No, I got when I got to work because it went on sale in transit for me going from home to work. The only reason I saw it is because I saw the notification that the new trailer was out. And I was like, and so I watched it, and it's like, tickets available now. What? And I went back and forth like, which app should I go? And it was like, you know what? I'm tied into Regal. I'm gonna go through Regal, get all my points, Regal, and no problem.
No, I have my Regal card tied into Fandango. Yeah. So
my boss was watching I was like, "Have you seen the new trailer?" He goes, "No." So my boss and one of my other leads was watching it over my shoulder, and as soon as that ticket's on sale now, they both raced to their desks. Yeah. It was hilarious. So I've got my tickets.
You're not joking.
So
So
what are you talking about?
He's looking at which one is that?
That's the 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. There's there's 9 seats left. You can get
Are there seats left still?
There's. I mean, if you're not
first row.
If you're not talking about the handicap ones.
First row on the right.
First row.
There were some seats.
Then it's 9. Yeah.
Crazy.
1 in the second row.
Well, there's what you should get that one.
No, I'm good.
You should do it.
All right.
So the only thing I have to figure out now is, Nathan said he's gonna wear adult diapers, and I don't know what I'm gonna do because this movie is 3 hours and 5 minutes long.
Just not gonna drink anything. That's
I'm sorry. Yeah. You're talking to people who routinely, at least once a year, do the extended.
Oh no! I'm not even gonna bother. I can pause at home. That doesn't count.
Exactly.
And I've seen enough of Lord of the Rings. I know. Oh look, it's a Hobbit scene. I can go use the bathroom.
You got your own version.
Enough to know my body will sit through this.
You got your own version of Run P going during Lord of the Rings, but this, when do you get up and go?
Yeah, I don't know.
And I know me. I'm gonna have to go. So I told Nathan that we're gonna have to go in shifts so he can tell me what I missed because I'm freaking.
No, I'm not.
At least I'm on the first floor of our theater near the bathroom. I can get there quick.
I'm gonna be drained. I'm not gonna have water. I'm not gonna drink anything. I'm not gonna get a Coke. For the movie, nothing. I'm just gonna sit there, watch it, and after the first. The mid-credit scene, whatever it is, then a bathroom break, then come back for the end scene.
That's a plan.
I just love how it's 3 hours and 2 minutes, and that's before trailers.
Oh, I'm totally gonna use the bathroom in the trailers. It's like trailers.
I'm probably gonna go before the movie and then go again during trailers.
That's gonna be what I do too.
Just make sure.
Yeah.
I seriously really wish they had an intermission.
TLDR, strategize.
Yeah,
exactly.
Tina?
All right, Tina.
I really wish there was an intermission.
That would be amazing, but they're not going to do that.
So, after decades of a heroic action figure, Mark Hamill is going to be Hollywood's most demonic doll. The Star Wars stalwart, try saying that 5 times fast, who has portrayed Luke Skywalker, will provide the voice of the iconic horror character Chucky in the revival of Child's Play. Hamill joins a cast that includes Aubrey Plaza, Gabriel Bateman, and Brian Tyree Henry in the contemporary reimagining of the 1988 horror hit that follows the malevolent path of a buddy doll that is sentient, bloodthirsty, and not as friendly as his smile. The news was announced at Orion's presentation at WonderCon in Anaheim.
Was he bloodthirsty though?
Who?
He was just trying to get to his target.
Yeah. He was bloodthirsty.
Yeah, it's the soul of a serial killer. Like,
Yeah.
hello.
Yeah, I get that.
He killed everybody. That's bloodthirsty.
It's a big year for Hamill. He can be seen in medieval mode in History's Nightfall, the Knights Templar series, now in its second season. And Hamill will be a knight of a more cosmic variety this December when Disney's Lucasfilm releases Star Wars Episode 9.
But wait, isn't he dead?
The J.J. Abrams directed film has been billed
wake up from a dream
as the concluding chapter of the Skywalker family screen saga that has made cinema history for more than 4 decades. He's also known probably for his best voice role as the Batman villain. Joker.
Batman villain.
You literally swapped the R in the end.
You did. That was a word I was going to use. That was very impressive.
Yeah.
Hamill has played it since the 90s. Has been in video games, feature animated films like Mask of the Phantasm, and has established the clown Prince of Crime.
You're gonna get there.
As perhaps the best reviewed role of Hamill's entire acting career.
Sorry, Joaquin Phoenix, you're not gonna get there.
Yeah, I mean he owns that role.
Yeah, last year marked the 30th anniversary of Child's Play. Now Chucky ranks up there with Jason, Freddy, Leatherface, Pinhead, Ghostface on the all-time honor roll of one-name icons of R-rated horror.
Ghostface is on the list?
Ghostface should not be on that list.
I guess 4 films. I mean,
doesn't matter. They're not to the same space.
They are not to the same level.
Hamill will be replacing Brad Dourif as the voice of Chucky. If you remember, he did the voice in the original.
And I liked him in the original.
Yeah, he was great.
Yeah.
That voice still haunts me. Lars Klevberg of Polaroid directs from a script by Tyler Burton Smith based on the original motion picture. David Katzenberg and Seth Graham Smith produce under their Cat Smith Productions banner. Orion Pictures will release Child's Play on June 21st.
I can't believe Orion Pictures is back. I'm so happy about that.
This is their bread and butter, isn't it?
Yeah, but they went under. They were gone, and they got reestablished.
That's what I'm saying. Is that's why you're getting it back.
Can you give me my pen that I threw at Zach?
Yeah, but them Orion Pictures coming back has been something that's been in the works for quite a long time.
Thank you.
And this is gonna make money. The trailer actually looks pretty good.
It does. I love the fact that it is this. It starts off as a commercial. It looks like it's not real.
Yeah, no. When it the very first time that I saw the trailer, I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't expecting the trailer, and I was like, what is this?
You're trying to hit the skip ad button.
Yeah, and then I'm like, oh. And then, you start seeing a lot more of it, and I'm like, ooh!
Yeah, it's good.
I found it rather interesting that, they didn't reveal the voice of, Chucky in the trailer. Or at least hint at it, or hear a giggle or something.
Maybe they didn't know.
Well, this explains it, which is, I can't believe this, but they filmed the whole film without knowing who the voice of Chucky was.
See, I don't even think that's that big a deal.
Sometimes hearing the performance can make your performance playing off of that.
Oh no, I agree.
Better.
I'm just not shocked by this.
That pays off in the actual movie, but I have enough faith in the cast that it's going to be well worth it.
If the rest of the movie looks as cool as the trailer looks, we're in good shape.
I love Aubrey Plaza. To me,
who is she?
The girl who plays April in
Parks and Rec.
Parks and Rec.
I haven't really watched it.
Do you remember Scott Pilgrim vs. the World?
Yeah,
she was his sister.
Oh, all right. Cool.
I just loved her deadpan,
very monotone deadpan, yeah.
And even if you see interviews with her, on,
she's like that in real life.
It's hilarious. I love her. She's funny.
Okay.
All right, I'm down.
All right, Zach.
All right. So the cast of Black Widow. Some of them have been announced at least. A standalone Marvel movie starring Scarlett Johansson, obviously.
Is better.
David Harbour.
There have been other Black Widows.
Right now from Stranger Things. And Rachel Weisz.
I do love some Rachel Weisz.
Yes.
Weisz just... unfortunately, this major casting news is... Harbour is confirmed, Weisz is still circling. So who knows if it's actually confirmed or not. I guess this is why we're...
Why we edit the script before we read it.
Yeah.
I am reading, sir. I am giving our people what they want.
Are you?
They want a cohesive red story.
Exactly.
Instead of somebody mumbling in my house.
Instead of people interrupted me so I can never say the story.
Mumble-tastic.
So the other details we know at this point for Black Widow, it's set to begin filming in June. Scarlett Johansson's obviously going to be there. Kate Shorthand is directing. I have no idea.
I don't know who that is either. And that part, I hope she's good with action because we need some good kung fu.
No release date. So this is almost a nothing.
The only thing
David Harbour's on. That's it.
And Rachel Weisz might be. But,
can you imagine if Rachel Weisz was the bad guy?
That would be great.
The fight scene at the end would be the thing of my dreams.
Florence Pugh is a rival spy of some kind. So that's probably.
I don't know who that is.
I don't remember the.
But maybe Rachel Weisz is the boss of the rival spy.
That A24 horror film from.
Oh yeah, we can watch that.
That she's in that.
Yeah, all right. So I'm just excited that
it's happening.
It's happening. I mean, as much as I just thought Captain Marvel was okay, I thought it was okay. I didn't love it or not like it. I thought it was fine.
Yeah.
But it's been so successful that it really helped kickstart and push this movie forward. The one that I've been wanting forever.
Honest, I am totally biased when it comes to Captain Marvel because Carol Danvers has always been Bay number 1.5.
What does that mean?
It means I like her just a little bit less than Rogue.
Oh, wow. All right.
That's funny.
I love their interactions. And like one of my favorite things that came out after Captain Marvel was her being all superpowered, and then it shows
all the Rogue shots, like
Rogue being like, it'd be a shame if somebody took away your power. Sugar. And I'm like, only
of course you went 90s X-Men for the accent.
Only comic fans get that. But no, I like that it's going to happen. I think it's
long overdue.
Especially if it goes in a direction we haven't seen quite as much in Marvel movies. Like this, definitely more espionage kind of thing. Well, more so like stuff that we've seen in, say, Winter Soldier.
Yeah,
like if it goes in kind of that era, that would be really cool.
I would like to see it go even more lo-fi, like somewhere in the Red Sparrow space, which is what everybody thought Red Sparrow was going to be, and it wasn't.
Either that or it goes.
I mean, minus all the sex scenes and nudity, because we're not getting that.
I was going to say, either that or...
I'd be fine with it.
But I mean, that was what made Red Sparrow so... I mean, she owns that scene when she's absolutely spread eagle, and you're just, like, at her absolute most vulnerable, and she's the one in charge of the situation. That's what...
Or it's just going to be Marvel James Bond. If that's how they're going to play the spy
Can we
role.
Go with Marvel, like, Mission Impossible, since...
That would be better.
But
that would be better.
It would remind me because they do the same thing. I'm thinking specifically like GoldenEye because if that's how the dual role of the Scarlett Johansson, particularly Rachel Weisz, is like we were partners, and then she's like the 006, the Sean Bean character. That would be great.
That would be great.
Great. So the whole time I'm watching, I just think, oh, this is ripping off GoldenEye.
I'm fine with that.
I'd be alright with that. Yeah. I'm good with that. Yep.
And TV. The Creepshow anthology series at Shudder is reaching back to its source material for its first bit of casting. Adrienne Barbeau, who starred in the 1982 Creepshow movie, written by Stephen King and directed by George Romero, will appear in the first episode of the series.
This makes me so happy.
Yep, on the AMC Network-owned streaming service. She'll be joined by Giancarlo Esposito from Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad, and Torben Bell from the Saw franchise, and the episode, which is based on Stephen King's story, Grey Matter.
Oh, I know that story.
That's such a good story.
Yeah.
The series is set to premiere later this year.
So if you don't know who Adrienne Barbeau is from Creepshow, she was also in The Fog. She was the radio DJ in the original Fog. She was she was in Escape from New York. She was the main female role in that. She was in Swamp Thing. Well, you see them boobies in Swamp Thing if that's what you want.
And Swamp Thing, I can grab it off the shelf.
I actually don't. And also she was. I think a lot of people know the show Carnival. Mm-hmm. She was in Carnival.
I will say I am stoked for not only this but the Twilight Zone remake. Mm-hmm. It's like they're taking everything that made me the true crime, horror, paranormal fan that I am and bringing it back.
I love it. I love anthologies. Yeah. I just love them. And we had Fear Itself, which was a good horror anthology, but it was on a major network, and the anthologies don't work on major networks. But on Shudder, it's going to be great.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see how...
For Shudder. Like...
Shudder
was made for
They're producing it. Yeah.
I'm really curious how, in particular, the Twilight Zone is going to work But I'm not like doubting the capability of them to make it, but more so, it's not on a major network, air quote. It's on CBS's streaming service.
They're all access, yeah.
Just like Discovery, Star Trek Discovery is too, and that's doing pretty well.
Doing great, yeah.
So I'm really hoping that this is the answer to, you're not going to work on a network, but maybe on a kind of network.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did anyone actually watch episode 1 of Star
Trek?
I did not watch it. Yeah,
I've heard the only like comments I've seen is like one is of the 2 episodes that are released, one's really good and one's
But we did start watching the original.
We went back and watched the original Twilight Zone.
I had the first 3 seasons back here.
Nico said he had never seen it.
No.
Like,
I had never seen
like key episodes.
Yeah, I've
like,
seen
he's seen the Shatner episode.
Yeah.
Where are you guys watching it?
Like,
it's on Netflix.
Episode 1.
It's on Netflix.
No, I mean
Netflix.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah.
Okay, because
I
never the first 3 seasons on Blu-ray.
Yeah, I've only seen like random episodes, like the key ones, like the Shatner episode.
Like the second episode of season 1, the salesman, like a pitch for the Angels.
Right.
He was like, I like this version of Death. This is really cool. I'm gonna put him in my D&D game.
It's so good. So what did you think of the? You watched the first episode. What did you think of it?
I really like the way it's shot. I think it is absolutely beautifully shot.
That's not telling that that's what you key
what you focus
first.
on.
Yeah.
Well, but actually, this is Zach.
No, it makes sense. But I'm saying that the fact that that's the first positive.
I don't know. Maybe I'm director of photography, so it's like one thing I look at and I go, "Ooh, this is pretty."
Yeah. Well, how about the story?
The story is fine. It's okay. I wish it had better social commentary. It's nowhere near as good as like Black Mirror.
Which is really funny since Jordan Peele is so involved.
So like Black Mirror would be like a 9 out of 10, and then this is like 7. Maybe 7.5. If I'm only judging it based on this first episode.
Well, and as you should, because it's an anthology. Each episode has to be judged on its own because they're completely separate and different stories.
And to me, it was so obvious where it was going to go, to where like literally I was like, he's going to say this, and then he said this, and I'm like, I stood up and just like, come on.
Some of the Twilight Zone episodes, original Twilight, some of them did have that little bit of, I can totally see where this is going.
Oh yeah,
not all of them, granted, and some of them threw me for
great. You know, this is the first episode of your revival. Maybe you should show off a better episode.
Well, I mean, you've got to assume that they've got the whole first set shot, so yeah, they should have picked their best stuff and lived with it.
Their best foot forward.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. That's my point. Is if
but
this
if they
is their best foot forward,
if they had put their best foot forward and come out with this episode later on, you would have been throwing even more of a poop storm because they started out great and then it just went downhill.
Are you kidding me? You know what would have happened? I would have been like, we need to sign up for CBS All Access. Now I'm like, we'll try. We'll wait for them to all come out and we'll do the free trial.
Exactly. And then
that's what you do if you have common sense.
No, I would have given I would have given money if it was that good. It's like, I want my money to go to something of high quality.
Which is why we're both subscribed to Shudder.
Yes. If Shudder doesn't have good stuff on it, cancel it.
Yeah.
But it has good
I'm
quality
still holding out hope. So
I'm not saying the whole series is bad. All I'm saying is it was fine. It was okay. It was all right. It was exactly what I thought they were going to do, and it's exactly what they did.
Okay.
It's nowhere near as good as something like Black Mirror that made me stop and think, ooh, I wonder what that's, or really caused my brain to think. I watched it. 20 minutes later, I was moving on to the next thing.
All right. Well, I'll watch it and give an opinion.
I mean,
so,
the first episode is on YouTube, right?
Yes,
yeah, the first one's free to see. Yeah.
And all the acting's good. It's just the writer. It's like, gosh, really, guys, you're doing this?
I want someone to remake Night Gallery now, which is a show I mean, as much as I love Twilight Zone, Night Gallery was scarier.
Honestly,
and darker.
I'm really hoping that this starts the fire that brings back Tales from the Crypt.
They've been talking about that for a long time.
I know, but they need to do it.
Well, and I would be willing to wager right now.
I bonded with my sister over watching that and turning the volume down so low that our mom didn't hear it. Because one, we weren't allowed to watch it. Especially once she saw Bordello of Blood, she was like, no.
Oh, yeah.
So, and keep in mind, I'm like 7 or 8 at this time.
Yep.
So we're sitting there watching it, and like, as soon as we hear something, we turn it off and pray we don't miss anything. And then as soon as like it's all clear, we turn it back on and turn the volume down just a little bit more, just so she doesn't hear.
Well, you know where it's going to end up.
Yeah.
It's going to end up on Shudder.
Yeah.
Because Shudder is doing the Creep Show. They've already started.
Oh, doesn't HBO own the rights for Tales of the Crypt?
Yes.
They do, but I don't think it'll have to. Well, I mean, do they own all of it?
It's not on their streaming.
Oh, then maybe not.
Yeah. So I wonder if because it had big names, it had Stephen King and George Romero and all these other names behind it. So I don't know, to be honest with you, but I think it would be perfect there, along with Creepshow, and they're doing the what is it the not the Googlies, but the other little critters. Did you look at Critters yet?
No.
So they've taken the Critters movies, turned them into a TV show. I got through the first 10 minutes of the first episode, and I was like, hell no, stop. And I got the hell out of there quick. It was terrible. I hated it.
One quick thing about Twilight Zone episode that me and KJ just couldn't help but notice. So he goes up to a bar, and he says, I need something dark in a glass with no ice. The bartender hands him a glass with ice.
All right.
And nobody
so it's the
acknowledges
service
it.
industry.
No, nobody acknowledges it.
Failure.
It was just like, that is a continuity error, because in the rest of the episode, whenever he orders something, they get his drink right. And I'm just like...
I mean,
well, maybe he was ordering from Burger King.
Yeah, how many times have
it's
you
the
gone...
same bartender!
Okay, you've never messed up.
Okay, so before we go on...
He didn't go like, this has ice on it, okay.
All right, this is a minutia we don't care about. So before we go to new and Blu-ray, one thing I did want to mention is, so Cinemia. So I paid $330 for a year of Cinemia, which has worked out great for me. I've been using it, worked really well.
Did you say you got $330 worth so far?
No, but I'm getting there every month. I'm getting more than the $30 a month or whatever it ended up being.
Good.
And then what did you spend?
I think it was $220 or $230.
$220. He got a killer deal on it.
Yeah.
But now, what is it, Zach?
Well, first off, they switched it to where you could do a monthly plan,
which they didn't offer before.
Yeah, it used to be billed annually. Now it's billed monthly, and it was $14.99. Mm-hmm. And then, like 2 days later, they come out and say, "Screw it, $9.99."
So now it is exactly like MoviePass was.
Yeah. And I'm
real nervous about it.
Flashbacks.
Yeah. Because here's how do you monetize that? Now they have been successful in what they're doing for a very long time now. So I'm hoping that there's some aspect of it that we're not seeing.
Well, I'm hoping we just don't get burned, because I signed up for a year.
Right. Same.
And MoviePass lasted how long after they implemented that? 6 months?
6 months, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
for that? Oh.
I will be making sure over the next 6 months that I get all of my money's worth out of
but there's been nothing good to see, but hey, we're finally starting to get stuff that's good.
Well, I was going to say, the summer's coming, and there'll be things to see.
They don't take Belcourt.
I know. That's the annoying part. But, I mean, it could be one of those things where even if you only get 3 or 4 or 5 months out of it, jump on that bandwagon and get yourself that $10 a month. Because I would. Because...
Will they let you... I forget. Does Cinemia let you see the same movie over and over again?
Up to 3 times.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's 3 times I can see Avengers. Okay,
exactly.
Let's do this.
Mm-hmm. See,
it's not
just...
the...
it's
not the 8 times that we saw the first Avengers, but it's...
What kind of world is it we live in where I actually don't want something to be this cheap? I mean, it's just weird.
Well, it's because you've been burned. It's because you've been burned.
And I don't see the reality of monetizing it.
Yeah. No, it is very worrisome because it seems like they're trying to infuse themselves with a lot of cash, and that's a problem because it means they don't have the cash.
That's a little bit of a red flag.
Yeah. No, I mean,
I was absolutely fine at $30 a month. I'm fine with that amount.
$20, I was like, woohoo!
$20 is fine. Yeah, $20 is a great deal. Mm-hmm. Even like $14.99 is stupid.
$30 is a good deal.
Well, that's it.
Well, that's what I was saying. Like all of these are, and you put it down to $9.99. Once this becomes a rate that's less than a typical movie ticket,
that's when it's scary.
That's when it's scary because like this is no longer sustainable.
Because I think if you're at $15 a month, there are a lot of people
that go once a month.
That will go once a month.
Or not even go once a month. I've had Cinemia for 2 months, and I've just used it once.
So they would always be in the profit zone, but now they're not.
Yeah.
If at $9.99 you go to one movie, they've lost money.
Yep.
So I don't get it. All right, so if you want to get yourself some Blu-rays this week, we got some 4Ks, Zachy boy. I need to get my butt over to Best Buy and see if they've got any of these Bumblebee 4K steelbooks left.
Nice.
It is out on Blu-ray and 4K. The Mule is out on Blu-ray and 4K. Do not bother. Vice is out.
Have you seen it?
I did.
Oh God!
I got to Cinemia. Of course, I saw it.
About that movie, interesting.
Yeah.
So I love Gran Torino. I like grumpy, angry, badass old dudes. I enjoy that kind of story.
You want that to be you.
That will be me at
Get
some
off
point.
My lawn.
Exactly, but this is not. The story's not consistent.
You better grow some grass to have a lawn that you can actually kick people off.
It's growing. It's growing. So Vice is out. Vice is a terrible movie. Hellboy animated collection is out in 4K.
Some of those were okay.
Might pick that up. And then something called Flying Clipper is out in 4K. I don't know what that is.
I don't know that one.
Mm-hmm. What do we got in funny books?
In Marvel this week, we have Avengers No Road Home, number 8 of 10. Captain America, number 9. Champions, number 4. Conan the Barbarian, number 5. And the big book this week, The War of the Realms, number 1 of 6. Is
this a Thor thing?
Yes, it's the culmination big event that Jason Aaron's been working for since he started Thor in like 2012-13. It's the whole, like, all the realms have been at war. It's been the backdrop of all of his books. It's now coming to Earth. It's coming to Midgard. And it's going to involve all the Avengers and all the Marvel characters.
Oh, baby.
Thor's the centerpiece. There were a dozen, like, spin-off books that all look fascinating. There's this one book where all of the Ant-Man adjacent characters, like Ant-Man, Goliath, and stuff like that, grow and go undercover as frost giants. And I gotta get that book. Sounds great. There's a lot of other books. I'm really excited for that one. And it's Jason Aaron's writing this one. So
see, I love the big summer adventure stories. I know when Alan used to come on the show all the time, he used to get so mad about them. I love them, I buy the spin-off books or I don't care. I just like the big epic stories.
This is like the first one I've really been pumped about for a long time. So I'm really excited because I love Thor. And I love Jason Aaron. So, in addition to that, and those Ollie.
That didn't come.
No one heard the. Let us know if you heard a cat just now. Exactly. Also liking Thor. In DC, we have Deathstroke number 42, Green Lantern number 6, Harley Quinn number 60, Justice League number 21, and Young Justice number 4. In other titles, we have Die number 5, Hackslash vs. Chaos number 4, Red Sonja number 3. Rocco's Modern Afterlife, number 1, and The $6 Million Man, number 2.
All right. Oh, how was that? Did you read the Batman book yet? The Batman...
Detective Comics 1000? Mm-hmm. Not yet. I'm picking up my books probably on Friday.
I got it. I haven't read it yet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm hoping it's good. It's just like a... I don't know why I expect it to be any better than the next one. It is a history.
Yeah. I did the same. I picked up Action Comics 1000 too. Because, not that I was following Action Comics, although it had like the first Bendis bit of... Their cat is particularly excited about comic books.
He wants to come in here and talk about funny books so bad.
But no, I got Action Comics 1000. I'll get this one too because it's a seminal landmark.
Yeah,
and I think it'll be okay.
I hope I would love to get like Action Comics and the detective comics. Get both of those in like a big trade or something size and be able to put that on the shelf because it means something.
Yeah,
to last that long.
I just gotta find time to read them because thanks to this weekend, my read pile's immensely tall.
Oh
yeah, you got scored over the weekend.
Yeah,
I saw them pictures on Facebook.
Go check out your local libraries. They will occasionally have discard sales, stuff that they're just taking out of the rotation. They're selling to raise some money for the library. There will be cheap books. There will be some good cheap books.
Over $100 worth of books
each.
Each. You paid $7. I paid $10.
Yeah, I paid $7, and one of the books I bought retails for $45.
One of the books I got was a Stephen King hardback that retailed for like $45.
You got End of Watch.
Now that one doesn't have any pictures in it.
Yeah, so I got volume.
But I got a really nice copy of Labyrinth, Jim Henson's Labyrinth.
Oh wow!
Book form.
Yeah, that's
I got. Unfortunately, it's volume 2, so I need to get volume 1 separately. But volume 2 of the complete alien costume saga of Spider-Man.
Oh, that's cool.
It's a lot of great '80s Spider-Man stories where he's in all the black costume, and it's a lot of Black Cat's going to be in it. A lot of Kingpin, a lot of fun stuff that's I'm really looking forward to. I got a lot of books. It was really
I saw the picture. You guys got a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Cool.
And the thing I figured out is the stickers that libraries use to like bind to put on the covers. Like this is in this section. Here's the decimal code and all that stuff. They're not that hard to take off.
There's so many tricks out there for removing that stuff.
And I'm not even using. I'm just carefully peeling it off, and the books are fine. So if that's a concern, which it wasn't really for me, but I just found myself doing it and.
It's not a concern, but I like it. I like them to be as in good a shape as I can get.
Yeah. But generally though, if that's go ahead, go to your library, sign up for whatever newsletter. They'll do news releases and let you know when they sell books.
Awesome. All right, let's bring this thing to an end. Where do we find you on the internet, sir?
You can find me posting even more comics that came out this week on Culturesmash.tv, and you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram under Nico Scream. If you look at either of those, more recently, I posted photos of the Stranger Things Dungeons & Dragons starter set.
I saw that.
That came out about a month early. It was, I think, supposed to come out in May, and I got it yesterday.
It was kind of sad because the dice sets did not include a percentile die.
All right, so the only... I haven't read through the whole thing yet, but the only knock I have against it is it's the exact same dice set that comes with the usual Dungeons & Dragons starter set.
See?
It's blue, and it doesn't have a percentile, but otherwise, you get 2 miniatures of the Demigorgon, you get a whole book themed for the starter set rules. It's very similar to what came in the regular Dungeons & Dragons starter set, but it's all themed Stranger Things. Like the examples are the kids, but the rules set's the same.
That's awesome.
You have you have a stat block for the Demigorgon, and you have this whole adventure that's pretend to be handwritten by Mike.
Yeah, oh wow, that's so cool.
It's really nifty. I like it.
All right. So, Zach, where do we find you, sir?
You can find me on Steam, A Dangerous Mute Lunatic, and you can find me on Instagram, Master of Matrix 91. I am still playing TF2 because, good lord, it's addicting.
Because you lame like that. Play that 20-year-old game.
Actually, it's not 20. How old is it? 12? 13 years now?
Something like that.
It's, if cocaine is good, right?
Although, and then me desperately wanting a game from 1997 to be multiplayer. I just want it so bad. Yeah. All right. Tina, where do we find you?
You can find me Twitter at CheddarPopper, CheddarPoppr. And you can find me on Instagram at NovinityAvalon.
Find me on Instagram at Culturesmash TV. Also, Culturesmash on Facebook. Family of Fear is still a thing. It's happening. We've got some screenings that we're going to be announcing soon. And hopefully...
Spoilers.
Yeah. Well, only partial spoiler.
Oh, okay.
It's like just part of the twist, not the whole twist. Yeah. I haven't given away the post-credit scene yet.
So it's the bop it, but it's not the twist it.
Exactly. So, yeah, we've got that coming. And then some more things. Oh, also look up Four Cone Films on Facebook, because I post a lot of things there as we're moving toward another film hitting distribution as well. So, that's it. We'll see everybody next week.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.